Did you get the day off work today to come do this?
No, I strike today.
Oh, you're skipping work?
I just strike. It is a strike, so I strike.
Okay, is your boss okay with it? So, did you get the day off work today to do this?
I'm skipping class to do this today.
Are you missing anything important?
Sorry.
Are you missing anything important in class?
Yes, I'm missing ecology, and I'm really sad about it, but this matters.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
You gotta give these people credit, man, for coming up with creative ways of saying, I don't have a job. These people are the prime example of why you never conceive under the influence. Because can you imagine going into debt, paying for their education, and they're not even showing up? She said this is so much bigger than what's doing right. What, blocking roads, mate? You absolute bunch of melons.
Those emojis honestly should be illegal. I've been emailing Apple every single day to remove the me emojis from the iPhones, and they're not doing it. I don't know why they're not doing it. I've been emailing them every single day to stop putting the me emojis in the phones. Like, it should be illegal. It's offensive to me, and it's triggering to people like me who are vegan. It is so triggering, and I don't know why they don't take them off the iPhone, because they're so triggering. They are so triggering.
What's your problem, sir? You said you had a problem, you right?
You to leave.
Bro, I'm an African American. You are a white man telling me to leave a part of the campus. Do you want me to go to Jasmine Rush and show her a photo of you, the dean of students, and let her know that you was harassing me?
Am I harassing?
Yeah, you are. You're asking me to leave a public place. You as a white man are asking an African American student to leave a public area at UCLA campus. That's called racial discrimination, and that's a violation of the Civil Rights Act. So do you want to get out of my face now?
I mean, I think your presence is
On purpose.
What's that?
You're being an agitator on
I'm being an
purpose.
agitator, so you think the First Amendment is agitation?
No one. See, you're drawing lines that aren't there.
Okay, because I'm
I'm
practicing the First Amendment right
And you're
to
allowed to
record.
do that.
Right. So I'm recording over here. This guy's recording me. You're not talking to him. Look, he's recording me. You're not talking to him. We got people over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you talking to them.
We haven't had any complaints about them being agitators.
right. Well, you're just bothering me, bro.
We haven't had any complaints about them being agitators.
I don't know
if
what
we get a complaint.
So what's an agitator?
I don't
explain.
have to tell you that.
Right. Exactly. You can't even explain yourself, bro.
I don't have to tell you
Right now,
that.
what
You're
you're
trying to.
doing
You're
is
two white men blocking an African American student from walking around on the
You're
campus,
allowed to
bro.
go wherever you want.
I'm allowed to go where I want. You seem to be blocking my daughter's stroller from going forward. You just spilled my drink. And you're blocking my child's stroller from moving forward. That's a little weird, bro. You're acting a little weird, bro.
I mean, I think right now you're acting a little bit.
Nah, you're gonna have to get out of my face, bro. Sorry.
Right now, like, you're making.
Yeah, you sure are following me though.
I mean, right now.
You're following me. You're sticking your hand in my face. You're putting your arms up over me. You're doing a lot of weird stuff, bro.
Sorry, man.
Why are you sorry? I don't know why you're sorry.
These donuts are really walking around a public institution telling people what they can and can't do with all their tents set up. Right? These people, man, are the sorts of people that would let their missus sleep with other guys and say they're trying to share the love. You know, those flipping idiots, man. Your father's failed you, blocking his child from moving and sticking hands in front of their faces and stuff, and he's saying that the guy filming is the weird one. You lot definitely are the weird ones, and then he just legs it at the end. Yeah, this guy was definitely that karate kid at the back of the school, man.
But you were not a conservative at first?
No, I was diehard liberal my entire life.
Really?
And I mean, like, I literally was like, all cops are bad, Trump's racist, green hair, shave my eyebrows off. Like, I was as liberal as it gets. I did not look like this whatsoever. I post old photos all the time and people are like, that is not you.
What made liberal look so crazy?
Yeah.
And conservative look normal? Why do liberals go extreme?
I believe there's two things that turn you from as left as I was to, I would say, as right as I am, even though I'm pretty middle on most things. But I was like, I think it's, if you get money, you're going to naturally become a conservative.
Yeah.
And when you just choose to educate yourself.
Yeah.
It's really the two things that turn me.
What this woman says, I agree with a lot of it, but saying people go woke if they're uneducated and poor, I don't know about that, man. If you can count 2 + 2 and you know the sky is blue, then I'm pretty sure you wouldn't buy into that crap. I don't think money and your education has anything to do with having a logical brain. I mean, most of this madness going on, as you can see in a lot of my videos, is on these college campuses, universities. They're some of the worst places, man, and they're meant to be paying like 100 grand for that education.
Don't do that! You need to back up so he can get through.
So that's our fault. Come
on! You don't need to do that crap, though.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hey, go!
Stop it. Get some help.
America's primarily a Christian country. Do you think more people need to start believing in Jesus and following his teachings?
Jesus is also a patriarchal story that has been co-opted by mainstream religion and white people.
Yeah.
His literal name was Yeshua. Like, that's not even his name, you know?
It's not about institutional religious
indoctrination of people trying to control them. It's about a genuine connection to, like, the spirit and godliness and nature. And the body. Like, we were just talking about this morning, this genocide couldn't happen if it wasn't for the level of true disembodiment, which is also perpetuated by the prison industrial complex, the medical industrial complex, capitalism, I mean, the whole 9 yards.
I just find it weird when white people say white people in an argument. And I already know these two don't shave their armpits. I already know. I know these two are both itching to add in the mix that they're both vegan.
I know this is an outdated term, but is cultural appropriation not a thing anymore? I don't think you're Middle Eastern. You can't wear that scarf.
Like, technically, man, that is cultural appropriation.
That's shame. Shame, shame, shame. You really should be ashamed of yourself. You know, I'm gonna film it right now.
See me?
Look at that. That is a white person. That is a white person. Shame! Shame!
It is cultural appropriation.
Shame!
You have a good point.
Shame!
You have a great point, man.
I'm shaming her because she's white and she's wearing a Middle Eastern headdress. It's really not okay.
Got him.
I know this is just a skit, but it's still funny, man. He went behind enemy lines and used their own logic against them, just for our entertainment. Fair play to him.
Tell me why you're at Pride.
Because I'm transgender.
Do you want to share anything about your journey?
It was very tough.
Does your family make you feel supported?
Yes.
How old are you?
I am 7.
And how old were you when you discovered your identity?
I was 2 or 3 when I first noticed that I didn't feel comfortable with being a boy.
How did your child discover this identity? How did this come about?
So ever since she was little, she was always a princess. Always. She sort of like every once in a while would mention ideas of like wanting to be a girl, feeling more like a girl. And then she started asking to like socially transition about a year and a half ago, and her school's been fantastic.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
If you do not date fat people because you just happen to view fatness as neutral but not be particularly attracted to it, fine. That's a preference. If you don't date fat people because you think being fat means that they are gross, lazy, live an unhealthy lifestyle, or are embarrassing to be seen with in public, that's fatphobic. But to insist your preference is for people who aren't lazy, sloppy, and disgusting and unhealthy, meaning that means you prefer skinny people because all fat people are those other things, that's actually bigoted. That's actually deciding that one group is all the same because of how they look. Hope that makes sense. Have a good day.
You're an absolute muppet. Have a good day. Whilst I'm here, actually, I wanted to show you guys this in case you didn't see it. So these students were suspended over acne cream because the college and whatever said it was blackface, and they won 500 grand each in a lawsuit. 2 kids were expelled from their private California school, had their names dragged through the mud because they used dark green acne cream. The school claimed it was blackface. A jury awarded them 500k each. That's another win, brothers. Fair play to these 3, man. A win is a win.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
If you want to know what it's like to be trans and work with children but not pass as the gender you identify with, let me tell you. I work with preschool age children, about 3 to 4 years old. I guess my boss sent out an email to like the staff and the parents of my room, letting them know that I'm trans and like what pronouns I identify with and stuff. My coworker is great. She has never misgendered me. And when I'm in different rooms, some of the kids will ask me like, are you a boy or a girl? Because my hair is kind of like a mid-length, but it's short enough that it applies to the kids' logic of like boys have short hair and girls have long hair kind of thing. On my first day in the room, one of the kids asked me how I'm a boy if I have this thing. And then she pointed at like her nose where my piercing is. I've actually had kids correct other kids on my pronouns, saying that he's not a she, he's a boy.
Stop it. Get some help.
Non-binary. Yeah, I'll try my hardest. Okay, it's not something that I deal with every day, so I'll have the mistake of the habit, right? So I'll refer to you as Kai, right? Yes. Perfect. I want you to imagine about a 4-inch wide line. Okay, that 4-inch wide line is just going to go from your right foot completely straight to the back of your car.
We're only a few seconds into this clip. I already know this is going to be good. It's going to be a good one.
Can you picture that 4-inch wide line? Can you picture it? Just a straight 4-inch wide line. Perfect. Hang on. Do you want? I'm going to go over some instructions before you do anything, okay? I need to know if you have any injuries or anything that would prevent you from doing a standard walk or turn tonight.
Mental health.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Well, unfortunately, I'm just asking about physical.
I know.
Okay? So, I want you to go ahead and put your left foot on that 4-inch wide line, just like I'm doing. Now, with your right foot, place it in front of your left in a heel-to-toe touching manner, with your arms by your side, just like this, ma'am.
Not call me ma'am, please.
I'm trying my hardest.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
It means a lot to me.
I'm trying my hardest.
I feel like a man, so
Okay.
it's kind of triggering.
Right foot in front of your left. Nope, go back. I'm going to place you in a position. Right foot in front of your left, heel-to-toe touching, just like I'm doing. Right foot in front of your left. Heel-to-toe touching, just like I am.
I'm sorry, but the whole man thing just like...
I apologize. Let's see if we can move forward from it. Arms by your side, heel-to-toe touching, just like I am. Hold up.
So apparently she was driving down the wrong side of the road and she was under the influence, and the main thing she's worried about is her flipping pronouns, man. Fair play to this cop, he's got a lot more patience than I have. And when I was watching this, it kind of sounded like he was trying not to laugh at some points. That cop was probably thinking, I don't get paid enough for this shit. Alright guys, we made it this far. Today's daily quote is, if your man doesn't allow you to drink, go to clubs, have male friends, post thirst traps on IG, wear provocative clothing, you have a man who cares about you. These 5 things should be pillars of every relationship from day one. If you allow any of those things, they'll continue to do it. And I don't see why in this day and age, if you say you don't want your missus to be doing any of those things, you're considered a misogynist, a bad guy, controlling, all those things. But if a girl really loves you and cares about you and respects you, she's not going to do those things. And the first one, drink, you know, having a glass of wine at home when you're watching your TV, that's fine. I'm talking about going out with your single friends, acting like a single person when you're in a relationship. That ain't cool, man. There is plenty of women out there who don't want to do these 5 things. And if you get with a girl, you need to lay these boundaries out day one. Day one, guys. Because in this day and age, it seems to be a normal thing that girls can go out getting drunk, wearing skimpy dresses when they're in relationships. That seems to be the normality these days. But I ask any woman who thinks that that's cool, would you let your man go to a strip club and be hit on by girls all night? All of them will say no, of course not. So why do you think it's acceptable to go to the club and put yourself in a position to be hit on by other men? But I hope you all have a blessed day, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.